think when I hear that and being part of Cabrini and being a parishioner, I see that very much. I'm starting to become more open with people. And not that I don't talk to people, but I'm truly, instead of being so guarded, I'm truly opening myself up to them and to the people in our parish. I think it's wonderful to see the love and the gifts that God grants everyone, and then how can we work harmoniously together to bring out God's plan for others.
Harrison and I got married civilly, and we weren't a part of any church. I mean, we had faith, but didn't really, practice it in any kind of formal way. I had grew up Protestant, pretty much my whole life, kind of in and out of different churches, Protestant churches, but never really had like a home church, if you will. Just kind of given up, I think, at a certain point. We just sort of were like, well, I mean, something will click at some point, One church really stands out to me. Growing up Protestant, I feel like you could go to any church and really not truly know what the belief system is. And that always, kind of left me feeling like I longed for more, like wanting more of a connection, or just wanting to feel like I was sure of where the information was coming from, and that I can trust what's being said. I can trust the direction of any priest, any deacon, and know that it's coming from the same source.
I moved in with some friends of mine, relatively close, and I saw it as I was driving by and said, that's my parish because this is where I live. And had no idea the treasure chest I was unlocking, really. I didn't know a lot of people at first coming to Cabrini. I think that, the thing I would like to share is that this can be your home. People desire for you to be here. The Lord desires for you to be here. And that if there is any fear that you might have about whether or not this can be the place where the Lord calls you deeper into prayer and into relationship with himself and with others, it is. It is. If you say yes to that, he will make that happen for you.
I see a lot of staff, clergy, parishioners who are involved make newcomers feel welcome. So I find that I am welcoming people now, where I was like, well, I'm the newcomer, and now I'm saying, hello, welcome, come on in.
I kind of grew up with the church, and I was kind of close. And then during my, I would say early adult years, I kind of drifted because, I was so busy with work, school. Now that we have a family, it's kind of what led me come back to the church. I'm part of the Cabrini communities. And so, it's a group of young ladies. There's about 8 of us. And I think, it's helped me be more disciplined with my faith, and it brings us all together. I know it's been very helpful for some of the younger ladies in the group as well. So it's just kind of reconnecting that spiritual realm within us. We're all very lucky to have this church. I think it's a little bit more, for a young adult, it's a little bit more difficult, I feel, to reconnect with Catholicism, especially, be able to have a safe and nurturing environment. And I think, going to church has kind of helped us to, like I said, remind us to be grateful for each day and, be as one.
How do you feel when you walk into the church? And I thought about it last night, and the best way I could describe it is kind of like that warmth that you feel in the air during the day of Thanksgiving. That's the only day of the year you feel that, but here you feel it every time you walk into the church, because there's such a loving environment that Father Damien has brought here, and all the people here too, that the moment you step in, you feel that warmth, you feel that sense of family. It's kind of like if you ever put the back of your hand to like a pie, you kind of feel that warmth radiating from there. That's what you feel here. It's very welcoming and loving, and it's a good time.
I love the phrase "one church" because it really is one church. I was a cradle Protestant, now fully Catholic. So we'd been going to a number of different churches. And this dichotomy between Protestantism and Catholicism, I think, is unfortunate because we're two halves of a family. And Christ died for all of us, and just love the opportunity to serve.
If you don't feel like you belong, you're going to stay over here and you're going to be in the shadows and you might be watching, but you're not experiencing it. I'm at a place in my life right now that I have more time to give, I have more resources to give, and I want to do that in a place where I'm right alongside with all of these amazing people that are actually living their faith. And that's what it is at Cabrini.
Amazing. We just started meeting these people, and everybody is just phenomenal. And we just have been so impressed, and we just felt like that's something that's missing in our lives. We wanted to be plugged in. So we got involved, and we're delighted to be here. We're glad you guys put up with us.
We went to the National Eucharistic Conference in Indianapolis. It was the 10th, and it was the first in 80 years, and there were over 50,000 people there. And I went because Kevin urged me to.
I don't know, I started seeing the emails from the Archdiocese. That got me thinking about it, and then pretty soon I heard God calling us, calling me, and then time to jump right on board,
And I'm so glad that I did. With 50,000 people, we felt like everybody was friends. We were all there for one reason, and that was to unite around the Eucharist.
We didn't know what to expect, really. We showed up. We suited up and showed up.
One day we went to a really small mass in a hotel with a private group. A nun asked us to go. And then the next day we went to, there was like 15 people there. And then the next day we went to Lucas Oil Stadium for a mass of like 50,000 people. And it was just so surprising how quiet the mass was. It was just, everybody was there for one reason.
That was a one church thing. It was amazing, I was so proud to be a Catholic, it was pretty neat.